Good evening, this is Wright, your superintendent of schools. As artificial intelligence has entered our classrooms over the past couple of years, schools everywhere, including ours, were cautious at first. We worried about plagiarism, cheating, and the temptation to use AI as a shortcut rather than a learning tool. But as these technologies have evolved, it's become clear that AI isn't going away. It's becoming part of our everyday lives, and that means it's our job to help students learn to use it responsibly and effectively. That's why over the summer, a team of Geneva educators developed a clear guideline for how AI should be used and how it shouldn't be used in classrooms, giving teachers clarity and confidence as they begin exploring these tools in instruction. At the same time, we're excited to see Geneva High School launching a new artificial intelligence literacy course this January, led by George Goga, the first of its kind in New York State, as far as we know. We're proud of George's leadership and the curiosity of the students who will help shape what comes next. Here's George to tell you a little bit more.
This course grew out of nearly a decade in working with Geneva students and teachers and listening to the different ways that we talk about technology. Artificial intelligence is at an inflection point currently in our society, and the pendulum really seems to be swinging in two extremes. In the first, AI is presented as a fear, and in the second, it's presented as a universal tool. And I've always been of the mind that our students deserve a much more nuanced narrative and a much more nuanced understanding of how these tools are going to shape the world that they're entering in. AI is changing how students interact with education. On the one hand, it's raising the bar for critical inquiry and depth of thought. This course is designed to get students to think about artificial intelligence as a tool that can help them level up their experience in today's world, as opposed to a crutch or a way in which they can offload some of the critical thinking capacities that we as educators ask students to demonstrate every day. In the class, I want students to ask critical questions that spark their curiosity, not only about artificial intelligence, but also about the technology that has become so mundane in today's world. I want them to interrogate critically their position within these technologies and also think about how artificial intelligence is a form of literacy that the marketplace is going to ask students to be competent in. At the end of the day, this course's goal is to get students to meaningfully engage with a new facet of modern life and also expose them to different ways of thinking about the ethics of the technology we use every day.
I signed up for this AI course because I thought it was really intriguing that it was kind of the first of its kind in New York State, and also that a school or even a teacher was willing to offer this type of course.
I decided to sign up for the class just because I think AI is becoming so much more prevalent in everybody's daily life, and I was really interested in it.
Using AI responsibly to me means to use it in a way that aids learning instead of kind of using it to bypass that type of process. And I think that also using it responsibly means to have a type of academic integrity while using it, and to be honest that you're using it to aid you in these things instead of just saying that it's all your own work or all your own ideas.
I think using AI responsibly means to use it as an extension of the teacher and not in replacement of the teacher, and kind of to build on to the stuff that you're learning in class.
An example of one of those things would be this application called Notebook LM. It's basically something where you send your notes in for whatever course, and it kind of creates an interactive podcast that you can either listen to with two kind of realistic people talking to each other with kind of like a question-answer style, which definitely helps me digest information better. And it's also super cool because you could also join the podcast yourself and ask those questions and get answers back.
I think AI could help me in my future career, just because right now I'm looking to go into a scientific field, and one of the strengths of AI is it's really good at analyzing data, and I think that can save scientific researchers a lot of time.